Well, hello and welcome back. My name is KIERON Seamons and this is my inky world where we draw every day, and most of the time we have no idea what we're going to draw until we draw it. And that's part of the enjoyment. It's part of the journey. It's part of the passion of just creating something. So if you're in the mood to do some drawing, let's do it together. Let's draw. Well, hello. We are going to do some inky drawing, and I have no idea where I'm even going to start today. But I've got a lovely brush in front of me that's so scraggy and roughed up. Look at that poor thing. Look at it. I think it's just begging to do some drawing. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's very interesting. Right. Let's get in to see where this piece of ink is going to take us. And a lot of times the fun on these kind of sketchy moments is basically trying to find what is hidden in that. I'm kind of being called to draw a line, but not with that pen, because that pen is horrible. Let's try another pen. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes pens just don't want to do what you want to do. I kind of feel some really little sneaky little eyes coming through with this one. How are you today? How are you feeling today? I have had quite a few comments this week, and I'm very, very happy with the chats that we've had. So a really big thank you to everybody. And I know that we have gone over, I think it was up to like 87,000 people watching this channel, which is always a pleasure. All right. It's always, you know, as a channel owner, am I a channel owner? As a channel owner, it's sometimes quite nerve-wracking sometimes to see how the channel is going to be perceived and how this week's drawing is going to be perceived, you know? Will you like it? And I did have a few people after my last post write to see if I was okay. I wasn't too sure if I had said something or it was the photo of me under my desk kind of looking rather distressed. Was it that? I know a few people wrote to say if I was okay. Yes, I'm okay. No more worries than anybody else. And we all have our worries, so. Okay. That is a very bizarre one, and I also don't like that pen. So I need to jump across and have this one. No technical reason, it's just that I feel something from it. I feel some kind of negative vibe from it. Seems to be some kind of, I don't know, my mind is telling me it's kind of like a half man, half animal type of. And I have been asked to do some more painting, and I might do a few more painting. Though I'm not the best of painters, I don't really have a... Well, I mean, maybe you kind of think I have, but I do find that I have a style in ink, and I still kind of feel I'm discovering my painting style. I don't really feel like I'm as strong as at painting as I am with drawing in ink, and that's sometimes a challenge. But you know, as I've always kind of saying to you guys, if you are weak at something in your drawing, do more of it. So I should do more. If I'm weak in my painting, I should do more of it. I did try for quite a long time at one point to do oil paints. And I simply found that I was too impatient. Being honest, I found that generally oil painters are amazingly resilient to time. You know, it's like if a painting takes 3 months, it takes 3 months. And I must admit that I found that slightly unbearable, really. I found it very difficult to deal with. I found it very difficult. I did do quite a few paintings over that period of time, but I enjoyed the beginning processes, and then I did find it quite frustrating, really. The drying times and such like that were ridiculously painful. What are we having here? I almost kind of feel like it's a fawn or something. Where's that big brush again? Yeah, okay. It seemed to be like a fawn or something like that. You know, this is part of the beauty of this way of drawing, is that you really are very unsure of what your mind is giving you, what your mind is telling you to draw. And sometimes you're kind of blindly following the pen. Is it going to be a beautiful drawing? Is it going to be a complete disaster? You don't really know until that final stage comes through. And yes, a lot more kind of shading in this one than I'm used to. But again, it's kind of seems like it's needed. Yeah, it seems to be like some kind of fawn, like you might see in the forest. A fawn. Like in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that type of character. And I'm not really quite sure I've ever drawn a fawn before. Quite a lovely character, look, a lovely subject also. I remember as a child I always wanted to be half man and half horse. I loved that image in like the Clash of the Titans and things like that. You would kind of see those type of characters, you know, those type of movies. I don't know if there was one in that particular movie, but in those styled movies, those kind of fantasy movies, and I loved. In fact, I do remember in Clash of the Titans there was kind of like a demon fawn type of character that used to come out, and he had horns and he had like goat's legs and stuff like that. It was quite incredible for a young mind to see stuff like that. So yeah, I was hugely fascinated by stuff like that when I was a child. Hugely fascinated by them. Although I haven't really seen much in recent years. Well, I don't really watch television at all, to be very honest. I'm really not a TV person. I'm much more of a kind of sitting on the sofa with a sketchbook, writing stories and drawing up ideas and such like. That's more of the type of person that I have become. Less of a... Well, I do kind of feel like sometimes if I'm watching, or when I used to watch television, I kind of feel like I would sit there and my brain would turn off, you know? And you would just sit there and stare at something happening. And you'd have no real kind of thoughts about it. I mean, you might go, oh my God, that was scary, or oh, that was a shock, or... But you never really felt that my mind would be working so much during this whole kind of process of watching these dreadful movies and TV series. Is that, and I do feel that they've kind of been limited. I do kind of feel like, you know, they're not as vibrant as they used to be. I don't know what the laws are about all of that these days, but I do find that it's quite bland. I find the stories are quite bland. I find the plot twists are quite bland. So I do find it has suffered over the years. We can't say certain things, we can't do certain things. Maybe that's all part of it. And I won't be able to get his legs in, but I'm hoping that you will get a sense of feeling from it. There you go. Very strange drawing today, but it's also very refreshing to draw something completely different. there we have today's drawing. A rather quick one. The fawn. And I'd love to get some comments. What did you feel about today's drawing? It's not my usual kind of comical style. Or maybe that's just the way my mind is today. Maybe my mind is... I mean, I've been thinking a lot about the channel and about what next kind of artwork I should be doing. So maybe that's where my mind is heading, you know. Maybe it's going into a bit more of a fantasy type feeling. But nonetheless, a lovely morning sketch, a lovely morning mood. I mean, it's got a lovely, it has a very lovely kind of mood to it. I can't really see it in the camera, but it is definitely something different. The fawn. So let me know your thoughts. What did you think of today's drawing? I would definitely love to hear from you. And I will see you back here for some more drawing very, very soon. I hope you enjoyed today's fawn. I hope you enjoyed a slightly different approach, a slightly different character. Thank you very much, and I will see you back here again very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.